I remember you also appeared in TNA for quite a while in 2009. Were you like signed to a full-time deal or was it part-time? How did that work?
I was legitimately on a phone call deal. Like every
Wow.
week, I was sitting around waiting to get a call, going, "Okay, we're going to use you this week." Um, Originally, Lance and I were both, we had exited from WWE. They had started a tag team tournament, and they were going to bring Lance and I in, and we were going to run to the finals. And they had had a decision on whether or not who was gonna win the finals, but that was the original plan. The problem was that tournament fell within a time where Lance was already booked in Japan,
Oh, okay.
so he wasn't going to be able to make it. So I'm sitting there, kind of like, I still want to go. And I talked to Terry Taylor, and he's like, "All right, we'll still bring you in." He tagged me with Eric Young, and we made it to the semifinals, I think of that. But after that, it was literally, hey, we're going to bring you in this week, and I wouldn't even know what I was doing. Like one week, I wrestled Booker T in an I Quit match out of nowhere. I was like, all right, like I'm excited I get a chance to work with Booker, but it's now in an I Quit match for what,
It's like video
why?
game booking. Like
Yeah, you know what I mean? I was thrown in a match on a Clockwork Orange
orange.
match
Yeah.
with Raven, which is basically a hardcore match. And I'm like, why the am I doing this? But all right, let's make the best of it. I did get a little bit of a little angle with Abyss and Stevie Richards, which brought me to a pay per view with Abyss. But I ended up kind of having a falling out. This is I'm not trying to be a Taz was brought in as a producer first time, and I'm wrestling Rhino that night. Taz is
Uh-huh.
my producer, and Taz, we were talking about the match, and Taz was, "What's your finisher?" And I was like, "I do this top rope bulldog," and he's like, "Oh, that's awesome. Can you go ahead and you hit that on a Rhino?" And then 1-2, he kicks out, duck, spear, 1-2-3, yeah. And I was like, all of that sounds great, but can we switch it? Like I do a beautiful high cross body, man. It looks very, but I really would like to save the bulldog, man.
Yeah.
I don't have a deal here. I've always been taught if you're going to protect anything, protect your finisher because that's where you carry
Sure.
it everywhere. You know what I mean? Well, that I didn't know it, but that didn't sit well. Taz, okay, no problem, blah blah blah. About an hour later, I get called into Terry Taylor's office. Me, Terry Taylor, Taz, and uh, uh, Road Dog Jesse James, which I was kind of friendly with Road Dogg, and he was a producer, and I think he was trying to be like a middleman to kind of help
Sure.
mediate all of this. Uh, Terry Taylor proceeds to just start chewing my ass, saying that I was being difficult because I didn't want to do my finisher, and that I was being basically being too much. Like I should do what I'm told,
Yeah.
basically. And I respectively told him, I said, "You know where I come from, Terry." I said, "You know how," I said, "I don't have a deal here." I said, "I just want to protect one thing." I said, what's the big fucking deal? Like, you
Yeah.
guys have no plans for me. You have no direction for me. I said, that's the only thing that I've been able to go places with. And people go, "Oh, that's Trevor,
Yeah.
that's the
It was
one thing."
it was one of the first things I mentioned in this interview.
Right. And, he proceeded to tell me that, why he disagreed with I'm just going to be being tactful about it. Like he wasn't very happy with me and my decision. And I never got booked after that. Like it was just, I just got
Wow.
dropped. And, things work out for a reason. I truly feel like I made the right decision. I stood up for the right reasons. It was different. You're not paying my bills. So it's, you obviously at the time didn't see enough value in me to put me under a deal. So that's how I felt like it. And it was the right decision.